Who's eligible to be a plaintiff?
Well, really anybody that's a registered voter, and that's a lot of people. That could be 150 to 160 million people. But that's not everybody in the world, and that's not every American. That's people that have committed their time to register. Whether they voted or not, I think is irrelevant. It might be relevant, but I think it's irrelevant. So it's every voter in America. I mean, we're all vested. It's the voter rolls that we send out the jury summons. So you're really talking about the individuals in the country who have taken the time to get a driver's license, not have a felony, register to vote, active in the system, participate in the jury process. So although it's a lot of people, it's the vested citizens, so to speak. Because if you're not registered to vote or you don't want to vote, well, then who cares? You haven't really opted in. And it may sound strange, but voting is not an inalienable right. That's not a God-given right. That's a right, maybe,
Privilege.
not guaranteed, but maybe given to the people of a country. Not every country gives their people the right to vote, but yeah, it's a privilege. And so in that regard, if you were given that privilege to vote and you voted, but your vote was diminished, and not even that, even if your vote counted in a state that didn't have any of this nefarious behavior, but individuals and entities such as Dominion or Facebook or these individual natural persons impacted the presidential election. See, that's what this is all about. Not necessarily about Biden or Trump, but everybody has a right to vote for the president. And so even though a person from Colorado can't vote for a U.S. senator from Georgia, maybe that person from Colorado has no standing to object to how senators are elected in Georgia. If Georgia or Michigan or Pennsylvania or any other state is violating the Constitution with regard to the election of the president, and we're all voting for the president, interested in seeing who that person is and who's going to be the civilian arm of the military, well then that's the whole point. If some people are using the system in an illegal or unconstitutional manner in one state, they're still affecting everybody else across the country who also has an interest in the choice of who the president's going to be, and the vice president as well. But that's why we think that each individual voter across the country has standing to object to the behavior not of other states, but of other individuals that live in other states for the activity that they engaged in with regard to the presidential election.